Hi guys, my name is Brandy for those of you who don't know me, and I'm going to talk to you guys about personal development. So, first of all, let's just talk about what personal development is. Personal development can be a book, an audiobook, a podcast, anything that you do, read or listen to that's going to make you a better person. There are a number of topics of personal development books. There's ones about confidence, there's ones about being more vulnerable, stepping out of your comfort zone, getting rid of that fear of rejection, getting out of that place where you're just stuck and you're just procrastinating. I procrastinate a lot. There's books on how to get out of that. There's anti-anxiety books. There are books on everything that you could ever want to learn about personal development. So that's what that is. So if you're like me, when I first learned that I was going to have to read personal development every single day, there were two thoughts I had. The first one was, I ain't got time for that. No, I do not have time to sit around and read a book every day. That must be nice for people who do. I don't have that time. And then my second thought about personal development was, I don't need that. I'm fine. It's not funny. It's funny though. So those are my two thoughts. First of all, let's talk about why you have time for personal development. It sounds like it's another thing, another nagging task that you have to do as a coach, but really there are so many times in your day that you don't even realize that you have. So I listen to it on my way to work a lot because when I'm not at home doing Beachbody stuff, I don't always want to go to work. I don't want to be up early. I just don't. And it puts me in that mood to where I'm like, okay, my job is not the job I'm going to. My job today is to be a light to people. My job is to make my patients happy. My job is to be the best version of myself. And when you go into your life or into your day thinking that way versus like, well, I don't want to go to work, it's so good. Like, I've never been like this before. So that's a good time. If you take your dog for walks, you could put some earbuds in. When you're waiting in line at the grocery store, put one earbud in and just listen. Dishes, laundry, any kind of task like that that sucks, personal development's good. So there's lots of times. And then, sometimes I have a book around if I just feel like going to the pool and reading a book. So those are the times you can listen to personal development. And then about my second thought, that you don't need it. Look, I understand, you guys, like what that feels like, because I didn't think I needed it. And I don't know why I thought that, because I was super anxious. I was super depressed. I felt like I didn't have any purpose in life. I lived a very sad, empty life before personal development, and I didn't even realize it. And it's crazy because I knew I was kind of an anxious person. I knew that I had depression, but for some reason I thought only like crazy people read personal development books or self-help books, That's what I thought. And it was just pounded into my brain that way my whole life, like only crazy people read this stuff. And it took a lot of stepping out of my comfort zone just to buy the book. And I was like, I'm not telling anybody about this. And I read my first book, The Compound Effect. Oh my gosh, I was a changed woman from that day. I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, and I applied that book to everything in life. And it changed me as a person. I was a whole different person. It was crazy. And I became addicted to reading these books and to listening to audibles, and it just consumed me. It was like a new drug. And I'm just a completely different person now. I am so much more confident. I tell myself so many good things now. If I catch myself being like, Brandy, you need to lose some weight, I take a step back and I'm like, you know what? You're being healthy. You're doing your best and you're beautiful the way you are. I could have never done that before. I was such a hater on myself. I used to be so afraid of stepping outside of my comfort zone, and now I don't care. I used to think so much about what people thought about me. I was obsessed over it. Whenever you start coaching, of course, part of that is you're gonna have to be talking on social media and like talking to people about a very vulnerable thing, and personal development pushes you past all those fears, and it makes everything in your life just so much better. The thing I think about personal development that's really cool is, like, I guess what I thought whenever I was going into reading personal development is that they would just be like, okay, like, you're pretty, you're great, like, and just tell me all these things that were supposed to make me feel better. That's what I thought personal development was. It's not. It teaches you about psychology. It tells you, like, this is why you might think this way, and here's how to rewire your brain so you think this way instead. And you start making these changes, and slowly you just become this, like, awesome, unstoppable person, and you're like, I never knew what I was capable of before. And it's crazy. It's the best feeling in the world to, like, break through that shell. We've talked about the importance of drinking Shakeology because it's filled with vitamins, probiotics, prebiotics, all the good stuff. We drink Shakeology. We eat really healthy. We work out. Those are the things we do as coaches because we want to be healthy. But what about your mental health? What does your mental health mean to you? Is that important to you to be happy? To be fulfilled, to accomplish all your goals? If that's important to you, then personal development is important to you too. So we as coaches kind of want to make talking about mental health more normal. Like, we can talk about physical pain pretty easily, but the second somebody brings up a mental health problem, like, we get really uncomfortable, and that's got to change. Mental health is so important. It's the backbone of everything you do. So we just really want to encourage people to get on a better path. So that's why we read personal development as coaches, because we want to be better, and then we want to help other people be better. Like, our job as coaches is to become the very best version of ourselves in every way possible so that we can pour on to others and make their lives better too. So personal development is a huge part of that. I think I covered everything, what personal development is, what it means to me, and why we do it. If you have any other questions about it, please comment under this video and just let us know. But yeah, so that is personal development. That's why it's important. And yeah, that's my spiel. Thanks for listening.